Hey everybody, how's it going? So this is our first Facebook Live. Never done this before, so it's pretty awesome. And I've got 3 people in the room. Obviously, I'm here, right? And I've got my good friend Rich. And Rich is a new practice member in our office, and Kelly's filming, so there's the 3rd one. And Rich has just had some amazing experiences, some awesome things happen in his life, happen with his health. So I thought for our first live Facebook, what better more than just to hear it from the horse's mouth? And this is a good-looking, smart, intelligent guy, so he's definitely not a horse, right? But just hear his perspective on just a few days of being under care here and being a new family member here. Rich, what I wanted to talk to you about is just kind of your experience so far. I mean, obviously, for years. I mean, how many years have you had some of the stuff and issues you've had going on?
Close to 30 years.
30 years. So 30 years, we're talking about like neck stuff in your neck where it felt like what?
Just pain and tingling going down
Wow.
my arms.
Wow.
And then lower back pain where it just hurt to bend over.
And had anybody ever told you prior to coming to this office, had anybody ever mentioned the word subluxation to you?
Not that I can remember now.
Okay. Had they ever told you that the same nerves that go to that lower back and go to that neck, they also go to vital organs like your heart, your lungs, your digestive system?
They hadn't told me that either.
So you were kind of coming in, you're like, okay, I got this lower back problem, but I'm probably stuck with it the rest of my life, or maybe this is normal or whatever, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And you know what I find is that so many people experience that. And they don't know that there's a way out in a different way. I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, prior to becoming a holistic doctor, I had tons of friends and people that they were on medications. You know, I got family members, they're having surgeries, and you know, they're sick and suffering, and they're sick and tired of being sick and tired, but they don't know that there's a different way.
Right.
Was that, would you characterize that as kind of being your boat maybe, or what?
Yeah, I didn't do the medication part, but I was constantly in pain, and then I pretty much assumed that I was going to do that for the rest of my life.
And see, Rich is a really successful businessman. Obviously, he's really humble about it, though. And, you know, you work kind of pretty, like, mad hours, right?
Yeah, I work anywhere between 12 and 15 hours a day.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot, right? So do the math on that. You're what, 6 days a week, 7 days a week?
7 days a week. Yeah.
So 15 times 7, that's like 80 to 105 hours a week, right? I did multiplication in my head, so if somebody's got a calculator, you know, you can factor that out on your own. But that's a lot of hours.
Yeah.
So that's going to affect your adrenal glands, your liver, your digestive system, everything, right?
Yes, everything.
And the thing that you got to know about this guy is he's a very, very loving, sweet person, right? And he's got a great heart. And I've already noticed that in just a short time. I mean, you've been coming here like 2 weeks?
Just less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. And already what I notice about him is his heart's coming out even more. Because what would you say on a scale of 0 to 10, how much has your life changed in the last 2 weeks?
It's going to come 9 to 10. It's feeling so much better about myself already.
Wow. Praise God. And what I really like about what Rich said is it's not just that, I mean, when anybody's under care, the first thing to go away, Rich, is always the symptomatology, right? Because as God starts healing you and that innate intelligence starts moving from your brain down your spinal cord and out over the nerves to every cell, tissue, and organ, that's the first thing to happen. But what I love about what he said is he talked about the life change part of it. Because once you get a health change, God's going to start working in your life, or if you believe in the universe or Buddha or spaceships or whatever you believe in, right? When your creator and that inborn intelligence starts working, it starts allowing all these other things to start happening in your life. And that's what I love about what you said.
Right.
I mean, obviously you're getting better health-wise, and you're excited about that. 30 years of stuff is going away, and really what? I mean, 8 days, 10 days, whatever?
Feeling better already.
Yeah. And we got a long ways to go, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a process, right? But the fact that you're already like elated about, and you know what he asked me, and you tell me if I'm wrong, what did you ask me when you walked in today?
If I had any brochures and I could hand this information off to my friends who need this.
Yeah, and he already knows like 5 or 10 people that he wants to share it with, so I gave him a stack of brochures and cards, right? And would I be safe to say, and obviously you're not on camera as much as I am, so you're like, Doc, and he was so nice, he's like, I want to do this, I want to share my story, right? But then as we start doing it, I talk all the time, and you guys know that, you're like, yes, well, he shut up ever, right? But when we started sitting down, he's like, man, I hope I don't mess this up, right? So he's not used to being on the camera, but is it fair to say that when you came in today that you were like kind of pumped up about talking to me about who you wanted to share with?
And I couldn't wait to get here.
Yeah. And that's awesome. I love hearing that because that opens my heart, and we just got a love fest going on, right? There's nothing wrong with the bromance every once in a while, right? And the cool thing about it is this relationship now, it's creating more dopamine and serotonin in our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have that and not that stress chemical called cortisol, what you learn through our process is what's that going to do to your healing time? Decrease it or increase
It's
it?
going to increase my healing.
Yeah. It's going to increase your healing time. Now you're sharing the story and you're sharing the mission with other people, and you're changing their life.
Yeah. I hope I can change a lot of people's lives.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And do you think those people, Rich, you think they're going to remember Dr. Cordy, or are they going to remember you because you planted that seed?
Well, I hope they remember me, but I know they're going to remember you.
Oh, well, you're a blessing. He's sweet, right? He's sweet. And we know that God heals people in this practice. We don't fix anybody. And Rich knows that too, that I'm kind of the conduit of helping him. And I don't mean that in an esoteric way, guys. Everything we do here is backed up by science, right? But his innate intelligence, your body's intelligence, helped heal you. So the final question I want to ask you today is just, in general, what would you say is the biggest thing that you learned about your health that you didn't know before you stepped through the doors of Health from Within?
Well, I didn't know how bad my spine was.
Okay.
Until you showed me. And through your help, I'm hoping to fix 30 years of bad posture and sports injuries and get back to a normal life where I can actually go and enjoy myself.
Oh, beautiful. I love hearing that. I love hearing that. And this is just a sweet and loving guy. He's the sweetest guy you'll ever meet. And the beautiful thing about that is he's got a wife that works really hard, and she's a real beautiful soul too. And, the greatest thing about this, Rich, and I don't know if I mentioned this, is, you guys seem like you guys are really close already, but I don't know about you. With my wife, we've been together 8 years, been married for 3. I don't think you can ever get too close to your spouse.
Never.
Or work things out or make it better and all that, right? So the cool thing that we see in this practice is relationships on all levels, not just with your spouse, they start doing this. They start doing this. When you get closer to your Creator, everything changes. And the first stepping stone to doing that is through your health. So I just want to thank you for your time today. Thank you for your testimony. Kelly appreciates it. I appreciate it. And, you and I need to share this video with everybody that we know. And everybody out there that's watching this, put like, hashtag, whatever, all that computer stuff that my girls in here deal with, right? Share this, throw it out on email, all that stuff. This is a live feed, but I'm pretty sure you can share it. And if you don't know how to, all you have to do is type in Brandy Daniels somewhere on my Health from Within Facebook page, and Brandy can point you in the right direction. She's my amazing, amazing marketing lady, okay? God bless you guys. We appreciate you tuning in today, and have a great day.